Hey, how y'all doing? So this video is to go over my experience traveling to Thailand from the US. Um, I guess on a budget. I budget it out when I go. I ain't balling like that. So I like to plan it. So coming up, right, I'm about to retire. So my retirement trip, vacation, party, whatever, is going to be in Thailand. My city of choice, Pattaya, however you choose to say it. I've been here before, been here a few times. When I was stationed back in Okinawa, Japan, I could hop on a flight, like a 5-hour flight on a long weekend, get there, enjoy about 2.5 days before I had to get back. That first year I was able to go, down went every other month. So I got about 6 trips in for that first year, thinking the next year I'd be able to, do the same pretty much, but COVID happened back then. So there was a year done, got stationed back in the US, pretty much did my final 3 years back here in North Carolina. And I'm finally at the end. So it's been a 4-month wait. No, 4-year wait, my fault. I recently just turned 40 and I was like, I gotta do something for my 40th birthday. I can't just sit here and not, because I usually don't celebrate. What did I do? Finally went back to Thailand, Pattaya, right? Because the vacation trip for retirement was locked in. I was trying to get a group of people. When I used to go back in the day when I was stationed in Japan, I think the first 5 trips there was always somebody with me, a group, buddies, same group, and then one of my good friends. We would always go back and forth because he fell for one of the bar girls, got divorced, married her and everything. A whole different story I'll tell another day. So traveling there from the US is different because obviously the price of the ticket is going to be more, and then traveling a day forward. So if you're reserving, your hotel, it can be tricky because you might end up paying for a day you might not get to use. So first off, the trip, right? And this retirement trip, I was trying to get a group of homies because I really been trying to put people on Thailand, right? But a lot of them bailed out, and I guess for whatever reason, most of the cases is the plane ticket, the round trip. I wouldn't recommend doing a third party to try to book everything together, because if something happens with that flight or whatever, that the airline can't really, third party and the airlines are two different things. Seen this happen, not knocking the third parties, I use them all the time, but not for lengthy trips like this. So for the birthday, I was aiming for 10 days, but that day off, day forward, day back, right? So it ended up being a legit 9-day trip. So this is the longest I've been over there. Because prior to that, it would really be due to the flight and the hour change. Back then, it was like a 2.5 day, but that's a very long time, in Thailand for the weekend, because you're in vacation mode, so you can party. They call it vacation. And I watch a lot of videos about people's experience over there, like what they do. Don't do too much at once. So a 9-day trip, for me, this is like a long time to find after 4 years. And there's, for the most part, whatever I knew back then still applied. But I did meet new people to, learn some new tricks and trades. Because if you're into the bars, talk to the bar girls, getting street food, taking the mopeds everywhere. So with this one, I had a friend, my homegirl came with me. So we added some tourist stuff in there. So we did jet skis, and then we did the ATVs, which both were pretty great. Make sure you're an experienced jet ski rider though when you go there. The flight. So we found the flight roughly for $1,600 round trip. A lot of my friends just didn't want to pay it. I always say just eat the ticket, because it's worth it once you get there because of the money exchange from American to Thai baht. It's worth it. It's why I go. I get my custom made suits there. Sheena Fashion, I go there all the time. I've had a 2-piece, 3-piece, and I just recently had my 3-piece custom tuxedo when I had my little retirement party made. Going back, I got another buddy, he's gonna go there, or even our tattoo spot. My homegirl got her whole leg done for 800 American, and that was like 30,000 baht. That would have easily cost her $2,000 at minimum back here home in the US. But eat the ticket, and then if booking the hotel, because I do like to book my hotel out. So on this last trip, we booked it for 10 days. The traveling and the time change, by the time we get to BKK, to Bangkok, get the taxi, which is an average about an hour and a half, to Pattaya, right? It's like the next day. So I don't know if we're gonna get there in the morning or prior to the checkout. But as long as you get there prior to the checkout, it's kind of worth it that that night was paid for the day prior. It just kind of depends. Now, we had a lot of issues with the flights because you got to be careful with your connecting flight, right? Making sure you get there, because it can, I don't know, we had to run through the airport a couple times. Every flight was, but we made it, but if we had been late and missed that flight, we couldn't have got out to the next day. So that's like a whole day thrown away. And it was just, oh man, I would have been devastated. But we made it, we got there, and then we were able to check in on time. And then we had a phenomenal stay at the beach Pattaya. Very nice hotel. So on this next one, right, this was a 9-day trip. So the next one is coming up. It's going to be a 19-day vacation out there, because I'm trying to build up. The intent was 10, 20, 30. Now, anything over 30, I have to get a visa, because right now I'm just traveling off the passport. So, but I'm learning all this stuff, because I've learned about the visas. I'm going to do the tourist visa, because that can take me up to 60 days, and I believe you can get an extension for 90. So eventually I'm working to the 10 to 20, get the tourist visa. So sometime next year I'll do the 30-day, and then I'll see how I feel about 2 months. I don't think I'm gonna stay over 2 months, because I'll just come back and forth. So I do, this will be my second trip from the US, going back there. And then it's rough, because you could pretty much say they're a day ahead. So that time change, it's a beast. Even when you can sleep on a plane, honestly, I actually just upgraded my seats from the long flight, the longest leg of the flight. It's like that 11 to 12 hour flight. And I think I'm going from Philadelphia to Doha. So I just upgraded those seats just to be more comfortable, because I'll be coming back. Well, I have to make a stop in Qatar Airlines and with Doha, Qatar Airlines, whatever. And that's a rough flight. And that's about a 5 to 7, I can't remember. But it's not a friendly flight. And then you have to use their app to upgrade the seats, and that's just the pain. And I was like, you know what? I've been on some bad flights before, so I'd rather just eat that. I'd rather be more comfortable on that long leg. And this is what you really have to consider when you travel, back and forth from the US to Thailand. And then once you get there, get into Bangkok with the phone. I don't do the chip. I haven't done it yet, and I've been there 7 times, never used it, because you can get to your hotel, you had a Wi-Fi. I recently, all the times I've been here, the bars I go to, once you buy one drink, they put the Wi-Fi code on the bottom of the receipt. So honestly, if you go to the same area all the time, where there's one of the soys or whatever, you can connect and your phone will remember it. I know one of my favorite restaurants there, they changed the name and all that. It's a seafood spot out there on Beach Road. My stuff still connects. So there's ways you can get your free Wi-Fi. If you're at the airport, they give you like a free hour if you're waiting or whatnot, or you get there, just go in there, sign in, and know your passport number for the Wi-Fi. This is both at the airport and at Terminal 21, the mall in Pattaya. And it's a really nice mall, so check that out. There's a lot of stuff to do there. Understand the difference between, the bars. Then you have the go-go bars. You got soy bucaos in the area. A lot of older gentlemen like. But the thing with that, they got the good breakfast spots there if you're looking for an Americanized breakfast. Tip is like when you stay at a hotel for lengthy days, just add the breakfast to it, because it'll just save you some money. But really, you can keep bot on you just for the street food, especially if you know you like to drink. I love to drink Saint Song. They call it a whiskey, but it's really a rum. But that's the local, that's the Thailand whiskey. But it's great and it's cheap, right? It's cheap. Like try their whiskey out versus going all the way over there just to drink the same alcohol you drink back here. But the street food, just keep some bot on you. There's no need to have a card, right? Make sure you have a safe. You get in there, put everything in safe. Take your bot. I learned recently it's best if you use ATM. Just understand bot. Just pull the bot straight from the ATM because you'll get more likely the higher amount if it whatever it's worth that day. It's usually one, and then to be 1 American, 2, 34 bot. So, but it can fluctuate. I learned the hard way. We used to pull the cash, and then we get to the Bangkok airport, and then we go to a little thing to convert the money over to exchange. And then this last trip, I was supposed to take out 55,000 baht. Then we did the exchange, only got 51. I'm looking at the thing. So the next time me and my homegirl, we pull more money out. We use the ATM in the mall or one by the 7-Eleven, and then we was able to get the 34. So I was able to get more. So now and you just learn little stuff here and there each trip. And then there's a lot of videos here on YouTube that you can watch that'll warn you. But I think mine is just really what to expect when you travel to Thailand from the U.S. because it's a hefty flight, man. It's long. It's gonna, no matter how expensive the seat you pick, the time of the flight is gonna be the same. It's like about 20 hours. 28 hours was the last trip, and I think this next one's gonna be about the same. And I'm used to these. I've been stationed overseas and have been deployed, so the long flights, try to make them as comfortable as you can. You can always upgrade, and get the super fancy seats, but I won't be in those, but I'll be right behind them. That's good enough for me. That's got some leg space. But yeah, and then it's like, budget yourself, right? If I spent 1,500 on the ticket, I could have 1,500 and I can just convert that to baht. So roughly, but you might as well stay a good amount of days. I mean, you can get a really cheap hotel in Pattaya. I mean, it's up to you how much you want to pay. I know we had a bet one trip who could find the cheapest. I found it. I won the bet, but you probably will never stay at that place again. But you can pay like $6 a night, which would be whatever amount of baht. But you can find a hotel $6 a night. Like you can really stay out here. And then, like if you just really want to be frugal, like the food, you can just eat street food all day and be full. But you can go to the mall and you can get the little food card, and you're still gonna pay like 150 to 200 baht for a full meal. Street food, you can get like a whole plate for 20 baht. So and that's what I'm trying to get, my friends to get on. One friend, she loves it there. We're supposed to go back next year for her birthday. On this trip, my one buddy who I knew he would come, we're both gonna go out there. He's gonna get a custom made suit. I think he wants to get a tattoo out there. It's all gonna be cheap. And we're gonna hit up some bars and just have a good time. There's walking street. You got your soys, great food. It's on the beach. It's personally my favorite place in the world. But it's definitely worth it making the trip. And when I get back, I'll have more to speak on because I'll be out there for a longer time. And I just wanted to make a quick video just to get my little Thailand video started because my podcast buddy's always getting on me about traveling because I'll be going out there, I'll be eating scorpions and all that. And then it's just a great time. I don't know, man, just trying to get the homies to get out there because it's like the best kept secret that's known about, if that makes sense. But definitely, it'll probably be, I'll upload some of the videos like being on the moped and eating scorpions and stuff. But and if I can blend the video in, I don't know. But when I get back from my 19-day vacation over there, I'll make another video. So that'll be about late November. I'll get back. But hopefully it's get somebody, that light bulb goes up. Hey man, I think I'll go to Thailand. Until next time.